Hello my fellow escapists and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about my view on Benzedrex. Benzedrex contains propylhexedrine, which people extract out of the cotton using lemon juice and other methods. No pun intended. Propylhexedrine is a methamphetamine analog. That is why people seek that drug, is because they want the stimulating high. Now this video is going to get some negative feedback, especially after the tweaky subreddit of Benzedrex sees it. But that's fine, as long as I reach out to people who need this information. People who are trying to research it before trying it, or learn more about it. And what's surprising is that pretty much all videos about this substance is promoting it. No one has spoke out about how shitty this stuff really is. The subreddit says better than most stimulants. I've seen people say better than meth, better than Adderall. And that's absolutely profound. What world do you live in where this dirty ass high is better than Adderall? What a fucking joke. So let's get into the criticisms of this substance. First I want to start off with my experience with it and a few things that stuck out to me that were red flags about it. First of all, in the midst of researching it, a channel known as psychtrippers 666, which I've shouted out before and who's a big supporter of my channel, but that does not exempt him from criticism. He promotes Benzedrex. He combines Benzedrex with dextromethorphan. He promotes that kind of behavior, which is very fucking stupid. You never want to combine a stimulant with an over-the-counter dissociative that can cause serotonin syndrome. That's absolutely dangerous, and no one should do that. Where did psychtrippers learn about it from? Well, the Speed Freak. Who's the Speed Freak? Well, he was a channel that was based all around stimulants, especially Benzedrex. And guess what? He's now dead. You're probably wondering, why am I assuming that he died from Benzedrex? Because it's a fucking easy assumption to make. The poor guy just wanted the speed. And unfortunately, he couldn't obtain the substances that were safer to use long term. Rest in peace, Speed Freak. But even after Speed Freak's death, psychtrippers promotes this substance. There's something wrong with that picture. And I'm not trying to attack psychtrippers out of left field, but when something needs to be said, it needs to be said. In the past, I've used stimulants. I've used amphetamines, MDMA, and even cocaine. So of course I was aware of what kind of high to be expecting when I went to try it. The way people described it was to be better than methamphetamine, and to be a good stimulant in general. So that made me very curious. Could a good stimulant really be this accessible? No. A really big red flag that stuck out like a sore thumb was how easily I purchased it. You might wonder what I mean. Well, with other over-the-counter medications, such as DXM, you get ID'd. You must be 18. And with alcohol, you must be 21. Same with kratom, same with kava, same with a lot of things. I did not get ID'd. I purchased it and walked out. Well, Benzedrex, it must be obscure. That means the average parent doesn't really know about it. So children could purchase this stuff after getting curious from seeing some dumbass on YouTube promote it. I really hope that this reaches out to a larger crowd of people, because I want awareness to be made of this shitty substance. I want it to at least have an age gate. At least make it 18 or older. Because I don't want teenagers to die because they get a little curious. If you're gonna do something, then stick to the safe stuff. Psychedelics. Stick to weed. Kratom. Hell, even alcohol's better than this shit. When I got home, I did a lemon juice extraction. Let it sit for 4 hours, then I drank. I'm gonna skip all the bullshit and cut right to the chase. The high was the dirtiest form of a stimulant high I could ever imagine. It was almost like diet Adderall, if that even makes sense. It was way too strong in the wrong places. And the places in your mind that you want to be stimulated, like focusing, or a general mood uplift, that's completely out of the picture with this shit. I just felt dirty. Even after I took a shower, I felt like a mess. I was sweating more profusely than I would sweat on another stimulant, and the vasoconstriction was horrible. Like there are moments where you feel like you will have a heart attack. It is undoubtedly the worst stimulant that I've ever had. So, why do people hype it up so much? Well, it's simple. They have no connections. They are absolute fiends. All they care about is getting high. So, what do? Instead of trying to find something better or just forgetting about it altogether, they go to Walmart's pharmacy aisle and buy some shitty diet meth off the counter.
Hey, Billy, I'm taking the Chevy over to Walmart to pick them up some of that Benzedrex.
But the shitty high is nothing compared to the most garbage come down I've ever had. I'm talking worse than an MDMA come down. This shit was horrible. I felt this extensive dread all day. I felt as if my life was over. Just the worst thoughts popped into my head. And I was only up for one night, and I got hallucinations on this come down of the worst things ever while I laid down trying to sleep. I couldn't get to sleep all day. The next day, I had to wait till nighttime, had a few beers, and finally got to sleep. So people don't listen to others when they say that this shit is good or hit to do. There is no benefit, and if there is one, it is not worth the risk of dying. Yes, other stimulants can kill you, but even dextroamphetamine from Adderall is much safer, much cleaner than Benzedrex could ever be. So that's my view on Benzedrex. It's garbage. And people, don't use over-the-counter medication to get high. And as always, have a good night.